We just arrived in Cairo and my boy Ed's here, came out to see us. And to be our tour guide.
Hell yeah.
We've just arrived in Aswan. We're gonna go on a Nile cruise.
First cruise. Where's our boat?
Let's go find it.
Is this our boat?
Let's go check it out.
Wow, this is really nice.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go through that door.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
Hello.
Thank you. Oh, it's another boat. This is very nice.
Oh, just keep going.
Oh, I keep going more.
Keep going.
Another boat? This we stop.
Yes.
Well, it's very nice. I'm still in denial that we actually get to do all this. You know, cruise the Nile. Come on, come on.
I love how boats are parked 3 deep. That's up the Nile towards Sudan. And we're going this way, towards Luxor. We're headed to the Philae temple, which is on an island, so we get to enjoy a boat ride first. This entire temple complex used to be just where these little stakes are in the water. After the high Aswan Dam was created, the whole thing flooded, so UNESCO helped Egypt tear it all down and move it just 300 meters to this island. Hello! We're in a Nubian village in southern Egypt. Nubians are an ethnic group that come from the central Nile Valley. Today they're split between southern Egypt and northern Sudan.
This region has changed a lot since all the dams have been put in place. There's no longer just crocodiles in the Nile, but a lot of the Nubian villages are used to having crocodiles as pets in their home.
A 3:30 wake up and 4 hours of driving brings us right to the border of Sudan, to Abu Simbel.
The 2 temples of Abu Simbel were lost to time for almost 2,000 years or 1,000 years or so. They had to dig out okay, that was poorly said.
I'll just cut the video.
In the 1800s, one of the heads was sticking out of the sand enough that an explorer realized, oh, hey, this is probably pretty cool. And it is. These are all statues of Ramses II, and I don't know what else to say.
Ramses II built this temple for his favorite wife, but he loved himself far more, so there are 4 statues of him and 2 of her outside.
He's just so full of himself. I love it. I love that pharaoh energy. We are at the back of the hospital at Kom Ombo. Kom Ombo? We're at the back of the hospital of the temple. Of course, the high priests were also the doctors. And here is a really detailed tablet of that there will be fair treatment here, and people can come if they're sick and if they're in need.
We're taking a horse chariot to Edfu Temple. That's probably more authentic to how it used to be done back in the day. Edfu Temple is massive. Edfu Temple is one of the most well-preserved because it was all buried under sand.
And this is only one of the temples. One is still pretty buried right now. It's over there. What?
We'll have to come back in 25 years.
Before the sand filled it, Christians defaced it, Romans defaced it. And here we have little holes made for tying up horses because Romans would treat this as their stable. Just a giant, beautifully ornate stable.
I think that's a hieroglyphic of a mosquito up there. We've arrived in Luxor. All of our tours are tomorrow, but
we cannot stay on the boat when this is right here. This is also the first obelisk we have seen. Fingers crossed that it's still the original and not
stolen by the French or by the British.
Can you believe people didn't know this was here until 1949? And then I'm sure it took forever to excavate all of this.
We're up early again. Today, we're going on a hot air balloon over Luxor. This is the Temple of Hatshepsut. Nope, that's not right. What is it?
Hatshepsut.
Hatshepsut. The only female pharaoh of Egypt.
What about Cleopatra?
The only female Egyptian pharaoh of Egypt.
She dug a tomb in the Valley of the Kings, not in the Valley of the Queens.
Ooh. Even on the third floor of this temple, we can find original color.
We're in the Valley of the Kings, where most of the pharaohs were buried. This is absolutely insane. This is where all their tombs are. Let's go check out the tomb of Ramses IV. All of this behind me, original paint. Thousands of years old paint, and it stayed. Unbelievable.
Just look at the incredible detail on Anubis, the dog-like god of mummification, the goodest of boys. Egyptian hieroglyphics can be read from the right and from the left. You just have to see the symbols. For instance, this cartouche with the crook is going to be read this way, whereas these are the same cartouches, but the crook is on the other side, so you read it that way.
Now we descend for Ramses I. Now Ramses III. This is for Ramses IX. I don't even know where we are. Just beautiful, gorgeous temple after temple.
And look at the lights right outside that scarab. Come on, show them.
This is Ramses III's temple. These giant columns are just breathtaking. And the paint on them, that's 3,300-year-old original paint. What? We are in the great temple of Amun-Ra at Karnak. This obelisk was constructed by Hatshepsut, 390 tons, 29.5 meters tall. It's huge. It's the largest in Egypt. You'll notice a little bit of a different coloration at the top versus the bottom of the obelisk. And that's because Hatshepsut's successor hated her. He couldn't tear down this obelisk. It's a religious obelisk. So instead he built walls around it to hide it. That worked out in the obelisk's favor. The top is yellow. It's weathered, but the rest of it was protected by that wall.
Make sure to like and subscribe, always.